All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Symphogear, Season 1, Episode 6. Last episode was an absolute ride with just about everything you could possibly imagine being in an anime episode, all jam-packed into the one package. We got
stuff we definitely
we got
did not expect.
Traitors, we got really bad English, we got villainous villains.
Fan service.
Yes, that is a way to put it. Yeah, Yep.
Yeah.
All in one episode.
Weird, janky setup for Ryoko plotline stuff.
Yep.
And then also the fact that Ryoko has abilities.
Right.
Just okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, let's follow up with this. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. We've got another fight that's in like a few episodes, just like 3 episodes, I think. We've had 3 fights with the Nehushtan armor girl. I forget her name. Chris.
Yeah, Chris. But we now know the girl that's her handler, Fine.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I think that's a specific type of name. That might be French? Not sure. Might be.
No idea.
It might be a Japanese name though as well. I'm not sure. But anyway,
who knows? Yeah.
We have a very clear plot just dumped on us exposition thing of the Americans are going to be involved.
Right.
Because
darn those Americans.
We saw literally the American like I am the soldier that is American.
Right.
Like, killing the minister guy.
Right. Now, granted, having them think like, okay, the Americans do seem to be benefiting from the fact that this person got assassinated and we don't know who assassinated them.
Right.
Then that's potential motive. Ergo, do you think they had something to do with it?
Yeah.
Sure.
I love that also it doesn't implicitly put something in on the Americans, but it is a thing of where if you look at this maybe from Ryoko's perspective, if Ryoko is wanting the research side of things to be advanced at all
costs,
any sacrifice necessary basically, then maybe the getting in bed with the Americans basically isn't so bad because they're going to give them a politician that will then give them executive, full reign abilities, as long as certain other things happen in conjunction with that. So, okay, we've got a problem being set up for the future in that the security is going to be compromised of this facility because the Americans are going to be involved in the security upgrades that they get. The upgrades.
Yeah, so, even though they specifically said, we don't really need much outside help to increase the security of this facility.
But we're going to get it anyway because this is what Ryoko wanted, maybe. Yeah,
who knows?
Not sure.
We don't know who exactly she's working with as well, so her motivations are
her motivations are up in the air, but she is definitely working with, at the very least, the people that killed the minister.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing here. Okay, we also got, flirty bathtub scene, just kind of tickle time, which is okay, yes, they're young girls, it's cute and stuff, but, okay, they're really young. Calm yourselves, Japan.
Yes,
you don't have to define the panties stretching that much. Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
Anyway,
it very much felt like the whole thing of setup of Miku is crushing on Hibiki. But pain.
Yeah, she's gonna be completely ignored.
It's so cliche to the point that I actually am starting to enjoy it in an ironic way, where it's yes, she pulls out the book that's being honest with yourself, that's literally the title, and then she looks out the window of the library into the window of the school hospital, and sees them.
Because that makes sense.
Because why not? And then and then puts the book back.
I will not be honest with myself.
No.
I will deny reality, and that she's holding back tons of secrets from me. Because later in the episode, she gets the revelation that Hibiki is a symphonic warrior.
Something, right? And she has no idea what all this means, but okay.
I swear to God, if Hibiki gaslights her and is like, no, that wasn't me.
Oh, God.
That warrior saved me.
Yeah.
You must have hallucinated that. I swear.
I don't think that's going to happen. But I
could totally see it.
I'm not positive it's not going to happen. I just don't think
it's a 98% probability that won't happen. What about the other 2%? Oh, we don't talk about the other 2%.
Yeah. But
Okay. But Chris, though,
yeah,
being brought back in and giving a tie-in to the beginning of the episode where we saw a little bit of a hint of her backstory in that she seemed to have been either a war refugee, an orphan, or a combination of the two, and that landed her in a situation where there were a bunch of soldiers, and it did not look good for her.
Yep.
Okay. She is going to destroy... Well, not destroy...
Well... Yeah, she needs to kidnap Hibiki.
That's what Fine wants.
Right.
But what she wants isn't that.
She wants to not be replaced because basically, as what it seems like is that, you've got the what's it effect with the hostage and all that stuff. And basically, she's the prisoner of Fine, but she also depends on Fine. So... She doesn't want to be replaced, basically, right? Stockholm syndrome. That's yeah. Well, I don't know why I blanked on that, but But so basically, Hibiki represents the potential replacement, right? And so in a similar way that Miku is feeling maybe replaced, especially once she sees Hibiki with Tsubasa, then Chris is feeling potentially replaced by Hibiki, and she needs to also be the one that helps make that replacement happen because she needs to be the one to kidnap her. So, it's all sorts of complicated and stuff, and that makes the emotions run high in the fight. And then Hibiki's whole thing of, hey, I don't want to actually kill people. Like, I love that she was like, okay, me not being able to fully rein in Durandal, that's one thing. But the fact that I just instantly went to, I'm going to smite someone, right? Like, a human being, that's... I don't know how I feel about that. And I'm glad they brought that up because as wacky and crazy as this show is and everything, I would not be surprised if that was totally glossed over. And yet that's something in fiction that it really bugs me when that does happen. Because fighting, noise, right? Okay, cool, right? Killing a person, right? That's
much different.
That's a bit different.
Yeah, and now... You're trying to stop a fight from happening, but you can't. So you're also now trying to activate your Symphogear.
Right.
And the fact that it's working, but it's also so strong that it's potentially just completely ruined Chris's
Nehushtan armor.
Chris's armor. We might have the opposite happen in that Chris gets brought in to the whole thing, and then they can investigate her, and then use Tsubasa as maybe a better connection point rather than Hibiki because it's the one blade understanding another.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think that Tsubasa might be able to reach her better than Hibiki because Hibiki is a bit too violent of an opposite.
Yeah, and that kind of seemed to be what agitated Chris even more to the point where she's like, I don't just want to kidnap you, I want to beat the shit out of you with my own two hands. It's like, oh, that's definitely some, feelings that have not been able to get an outlet for a long time. And then suddenly you're like, here's this person who's had, seemingly such an easy life that they could have such a naive outlook on the world. I want to destroy that.
And another little just insight in that, this is a story with very heavy-handed, I would say, dialogue at times. So the fact that at that point she's like, I can't stand hearing you talk shit about things you don't know anything about, which is kind of a meta way of having the show tell the viewer, like, Hibiki has no idea actually about anything in the conflict of really what's going on.
It's like when Tsubasa was talking to her and, oh yeah, all the pain and stuff from that makes you just want to, and she's just straight up talking about herself.
Yeah.
And Hibiki doesn't get it, but also like, I don't think Tsubasa necessarily got it right away either.
Well, because I think she was right about parts of it, but it started getting way too specific.
Yeah, and then it's like,
okay, hold on, honey. No.
Yeah, and then you're wondering about why you have blue hair, and and it's like, wait, hold on.
Yeah. So hold on, Tsubasa, you're becoming a Tsubaka right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, but now that Miku knows, and she's probably not going to get gaslit.
God.
But I could totally see the government being like, please gaslight her. She's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to. You have to.
Yeah.
Why? Well,
Can't we
because.
just pull her into this? No.
No.
Watch. What's going to happen is that as the Nehushtan armor gets cracked and stuff, splinters go flying off and go straight into Miku.
Jacob, you're forgetting the first episode. Remember, Miku cannot die.
No. I'm not saying she'll die. Then she just awakens powers similar to Hibiki.
Oh!
And then she gets roped into the fold.
I could see that actually,
Like,
but I don't think that that's the kind of thing that they would do here, because I feel like
Probably not.
Miku is the kind of character that we're going to be sleeping on for a long time, and then way later in the story, she's going to have this like primal awakening, like some kind of big moment for her character.
Probably
Or
when
she's just
Hibiki dies.
Yeah, or she's just going to fucking die, you know.
Right.
Either way, you know.
Her life is pain. That's just sort of how it is, right?
Yep,
You've got to
exactly.
have a bunch of people that are just
Normal.
in constant states of pain to compensate for Hibiki, being able to be fairly normal-ish, sort
And
of.
who else is going to listen to her song, right? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, right.
Not just the opponents. That's no fun.
Got to have fans to clap.
And it's Genjo's eyebrows, not Genjo's ears, so it's not
Also,
like...
the fact that they were like, record every bit of this footage. Now, that just feels like it's like, let's make a music video out of this.
No, I think it's actually a mechanic in that they're going to be getting like phonic, like resonance, like
Ooh,
stuff
like get
from
combat data and stuff.
Well,
and
no, not combat data, but actual like energy from it, like stuff that will be like, think about it in battle shonen terms. Koryatsu, there's so much energy
Sure.
flying off of them, and that this is the thing of, well, she's using a relic with her song. So therefore, it's releasing energy, and record might not just be
visuals. It could be
visuals.
other things.
It can be the actual frequency of what's being released, and that.
And then they could get some kind of combat data from it.
Not combat data. Come on, move your head out of combat data and into the idea. Of course, they could look at the way she fights, but there is no limit to what these people can do in that regard. So think about it from the standpoint of what even is phonic gain, you know?
Sure, and then also maybe potentially trying to identify who this person is, because this is now the third time that they've shown up,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And if they can get any kind of information about them, then because like they recognize the armor, right? But if they can then figure out like who might be behind this, then they can actually start dealing with the situation.
Yeah.
Now they might be able to take her prisoner because it looks like her armor might be broken, and if it fully breaks, then how will she get away?
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah, of course.
But,
Of course.
Yeah.
But that's a given. The more interesting side of things is what could they do if they recorded audio of someone singing that has a relic? If there's some kind of value in having thousands of people at a concert to just generate phonic gain, why couldn't you have 10,000 recordings?
Listen to a recording?
No, like literally 10,000 speakers, going off at a specific frequency.
Well, see, it's that je ne sais quoi that is lost in the recording versus the live performance,
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
But anyway, Miku, I'm holding out for you.
Yep.
Holding out for you.
And it looks like things might be turning up now.
Yeah.
One of the things that I would love to see, though, if Chris does get captured, is I would love to see shenanigans where then Ryoko is like, shit. She could potentially give information that could lead back to me because it was my information that was leaked that let her get to that location, in the previous episode anyways. So, like then we could get weird like intrigue type stuff where then it's like, okay,
Possibly.
do you know that I'm the person or do like all kinds of different like information plot lines.
I would say that based on the way they've set up Chris is that she has serious plot armor for now. She's kind of in my mind the Zuko to Hibiki's Aang.
I definitely get that vibe too.
You get that vibe? Yeah, exactly.
Like especially with how she's shown in the OP. Like in the OP, she's not angry. She's sad.
Well, also
like,
she's one of like 4 girls that include Tsubasa and Hibiki.
Right.
Which is like, wait, was it what?
Yeah.
You're that big of a deal? Okay, cool. You are not some like minor arc character. You could be someone serious down the road.
Right.
But okay. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below. For our Patreon, you can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.